This clip covers the interpolate dialog within WellSeeker Pro. So you can interpolate, which is effectively finding out the coordinates data in between actual plan or survey points. The way in which you do that is you either open up a plan or a survey or an actual wellbore or planned wellbore first, and then once you have that, in this case I've opened up a survey, you go to Tools and Interpolate. So you start out with a blank interpolation dialog, and then I can look at getting data for specific depths, inclinations or TBDs within my file range. So in this case, my survey runs from 5,000 to 7,400 feet. So if I want to interpolate a depth at, say, 5,023, it will give me my inclination ASI and the rest of the coordinates data. You can put in multiple lines here as well, based upon inclination or on TBD, and it will interpolate. If, however, you try and interpolate a range out with the depth range of the file that you're working with, so in this case 4,000 feet, you will get what looks like an error. That is not the case. This is to be fully anticipated. And if you wanted the interpolation over this depth range, you would just go to the actual wellbore. So we'll show you that. So we've looked at the survey, which is only over this range. If you go back to the actual wellbore, Tools, Interpolate, and input 4,000 feet, we then get the interpolation as anticipated. So as well as user-defined inputs for interpolation, we can also show an interpolated listing. If you select Show Interpolated Listing, we will then have an interval over which we can interpolate at. So every point will be this interval. Start depth, so you can vary that. Start at 5,500 and end depth. You then can include final station and individual stations. And by stations we mean these individual points that are already in the surveys or the plans themselves. Once you're ready, hit calculate, and it will recalculate based upon your interval and start and end depth settings. You can also export this data in text format and select to save it. That completes the interpolate dialog functionality within WellSeeker Pro.